Paris, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry was to meet with French President Francois Hollande today, hours after police in neighbouring Belgium launched an anti-terrorist raid that left 2 suspects dead and raised fresh alarm in Europe. The top U.S. diplomat is in Paris seeking to put an end to a furore over the absence of a senior American official at a mass rally in the wake of last week's Islamist shootings in the French capital, which killed 17 people. Mr. Kerry will hold talks with Hollande and will deliver a speech, some of it in French, at City Hall before giving way to U.S. singer James Taylor of You've Got a Friend fame. My visit to France is basically to share a big hug for Paris and express the affection of the American people for France and for our friends there who have been through a terrible time, he said in Bulgaria ahead of his Paris trip. The visit comes after the White House was forced to admit it had made a mistake in not sending a higher-ranking representative than U.S. Ambassador Jane Hartley to the weekend march against extremism, which was attended by dozens of world leaders. Belgium said on Thursday that a third person was arrested in the terror raid, involving people who had returned from jihad in Syria, after a bloody shootout in the eastern town of Verviers, near the German border. Belgian investigators said earlier on Thursday that they were probing whether an arms dealer sold weapons used in the Paris attacks, but there was no immediate confirmation of any link between the investigation and the raid. Police also conducted around a dozen searches in Brussels and its suburbs in a sweep that came on the heels of last week's Islamist attacks on Charlie Hebdo magazine and a Jewish supermarket in Paris, the bloodiest in France in half a century.